And we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium, which opened back in 2008 here in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Dallas Cowboys. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with third down coming up.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Danico Autry in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Chester Rogers deep for Indianapolis. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Now the rookie from NC State, this is Naeem Hines. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd down, Brissett. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. First down, Brissett. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Brissett sets to throw it. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride, another first down. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Sean Lee able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Brissett. This is caught. It's Ryan Grant. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the gun, here's Brissett. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he gets it down to the 32. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
The Colts with a first red zone opportunity in the ball game. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Brissett. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a gain of 9, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Brissett now. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll run it with Mack, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. This is 3rd and goal. Brissett. And he's going to find Doyle in the end zone for a Colts score. Jack Doyle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are in for 6. Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. Don't want to get behind the sticks because then the deep.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big run that time by Elliott. Give him 69 yards on the ground. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Prescott to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
A first down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jeff Swaim, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Brissett. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Brissett now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Brissett. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Brissett. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Flex round! Flex round!
Throwing, Brissett. Escaping the pressure right. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon from the Meadowlands. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor.
Let's go! White, 90!
Brissett on first down. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him. An incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Ohio!
On 2nd down, Brissett again. Muscles him off. Bryant has it. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way, lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized. Executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They run with Hines. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
Quick slant there gets him the 1st down, 6 yards on the play.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go. Let's finish now. Hey. Go down. We go 47. 26.
1st down, Prescott. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play here for the Cowboys. 45 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. Prescott on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Prescott yet again. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Flush, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jabal Sheard. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Santos now to add the PAT. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round!
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Brissett now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Here's Brissett. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And it's a fumble. And the Cowboys have recovered.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Get out. Here we go, 46.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Allen Hurns in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. A second down throw for Brissett. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. Brissett to throw on first. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. A big play there for Indy. 45 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll throw again. Brissett. And that is incomplete here.
Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Again, it's Brissett. And he's got it. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Colts able to get this back within a touchdown. Vinatieri now for the point after. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 21-17. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Swing to the field, right. To the right.
To throw is Prescott. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Sutton. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jabal Sheard in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing. Prescott. Looking downfield for Godwin. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That goes for a gain of 31.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, it's Elliott. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
26.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. He finds some open field here. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal.
26.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Santos with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
On 1st and 10, Brissett. The pass complete to Ryan Grant. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Brissett now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Brissett sets to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
A 2nd down throw for Brissett. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. From the red zone now, Brissett. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Into the air once more. It's Brissett. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride. Another first down. Brissett again. Now he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Des Bryant, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have got it back to a 1-score game. The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2.
Come on, let's go! 190!
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They start on the ground with Elliott. Space to maneuver at the 40. Cuts it out to the sideline. A big run that time by Elliott. Give him 53 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
A second down throw for Prescott. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Al Woods in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Cowboys on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just...
Well, the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. David Irving in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, here's Brissett. Over the middle, complete. It's Doyle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Brissett. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. The give is to Elliott. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Jamal Sheard on the stop. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. And they'll run it here. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Micah Kaiser was in on the tackle.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Dak finding the former Jag Hearns for the Dallas 1st down. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Prescott. He finds Hearns left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Prescott now. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. Hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
No gain on the play there, second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Colts on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Brissett. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off Byron Jones. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Swing to the field, right. To the right.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They go to Elliott again. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Gun. Move.
A give to Elliott. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And another timeout taken by the Colts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Go. Get out there.
They'll run it with Elliott. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Brissett. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it a second down. Brissett. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that'll move him back within 6 now. So the field goal got him back within 1 score, and now the focus lies on this onside kick. So the field goal means we're back to a 1-score game, but with no timeouts left, I think this has to be an onside kick.
I like your analysis there, partner. I think you're right. You need the ball back. That's probably your only avenue.
On the NFL scoreboard, 4th quarter now at Soldier Field. And the gap in that one has widened. The Bears have scored again. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Dallas, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Colts, this was basically just an exhibition game for them as they'd already clinched home field advantage. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.